brain activity in ICU. Should you take your loved one off life support? My name is Patrik Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, where we instantly improve the lives for families of critically ill patients in intensive care so that you can make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power and influence, making sure your loved one always gets best care and treatment, even if you're not a doctor or a nurse in intensive care. So today's question is coming from Sharina, who's one of our clients, who says, "Hi, Patrik. My brother is in ICU and the neurologist is saying he had no brain activity. So the ICU doctor is giving us 24 hours to take him off life support. Do we have to take him off life support? Can we keep him on it?" From Sharina. Sharina, this is a question I get all the time from families in intensive care. First of all, no, you don't have to take your brother off life support just because the ICU team or neurologist is telling you to. You and your family have the right to say no and ask for more time, more tests, more treatment, and of course, a second opinion. Also, what you need to do in a situation like that is you need to get access to the medical records right now, right? So that you can actually verify that everything they're telling you is true, because we can help you with that by reviewing medical records, by talking to doctors and nurses directly. In many cases, I've seen families told their loved one has no brain activity or a poor prognosis. Yet those patients went on to recover, sometimes weeks or months later. The hospital might be pushing for withdrawal of life support or withdrawal of treatment because they believe there is no hope. But what they often don't tell you is that they're also trying to free up an ICU bed or reduce costs. Here's what you should do next. Ask for a second independent neurological opinion, preferably imaging, CT, MRI, and EEG repeated by another neurologist. Request access to all medical records so that you can see all test results in writing and have them reviewed by an independent specialist. Ask if your brother has a tracheostomy option. A tracheostomy can help your brother stay on the ventilator long-term and allow time for recovery, especially if there's any uncertainty about his neurological status. Once your brother is stable with a tracheostomy, he may be able to be transferred out of ICU to home care with our service at Intensive Care at Home. And you can find more information at intensivecareathome.com, where we provide 24/7 intensive care nurses with CCRNs that can provide ongoing ventilation and tracheostomy care and management in the comfort of your own home, bringing the ICU into your home if that's what's needed. Next, do not rush into any withdrawal of treatment decisions, because it's a decision you cannot take back, especially when you're under pressure. If the ICU is pushing for a 24-hour deadline, just ignore it. You have every right to slow things down and advocate for your brother's life. Do not work with artificial timelines imposed by someone else. Also, don't let someone's opinion about the situation become your reality. Just because the ICU team has the opinion that you should withdraw treatment in the next 24 hours or you should make a decision, do not let that become your reality. Also, think about whether this is a real or a perceived end-of-life situation. What's the difference? I'm glad you've asked. A real end-of-life situation is a situation where your loved one is going to die in ICU in the next few hours or days, no matter of treatment offered, medications given, surgery or no surgery, any life-saving equipment, any life-saving medications. Nothing's going to save your brother from dying. That's a real end-of-life situation. A perceived end-of-life situation, on the other hand, is a situation where there's a perception that your brother might be dying soon. And if you agree to it, and if you stop treatment, that's what's probably going to happen, right? So it's really up to you to stop them from doing it, because a perceived end-of-life situation is just that. So what should you be doing next? I've seen way too many situations where patients label as quote-unquote brain dead or no brain activity or brain damaged eventually started to respond, open eyes, breathe on their own, or show brainwave recovery once given time and proper support, right? I also have seen us negotiating successfully more time, more treatment. Once you have someone on your team that understands intensive care inside out, you will see that the dynamics will change in your favor. I also urge you to look at the hospital's end-of-life care policy, withdrawal of treatment policy. You will actually find that in the policy, it's documented that they can't stop or withdraw treatment without your consent. And lastly, I strongly encourage you to make decisions today that you do not regret in 12 months' time. So what does that mean? If you decide to stop treatment today, you must be 100% on board with that. And you must have no regrets. Probably right now you're under a lot of stress, you're running on adrenaline, and that's not a good time to make life or death decisions, because that's what it is. It is a life or death decision. Don't do that. Give your brother all the time in the world, and then make an informed decision so that you have actually peace of mind. So if you need urgent help negotiating with the ICU team, understanding the medical jargon, and creating a care plan that keeps your brother alive, go to intensivecarehotline.com and call me now on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send me an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com and schedule a confidential one-on-one consultation from there, because we help you to stop the ICU from pressuring you into withdrawing life support, get second opinions and alternative treatment plans, and we explore tracheostomy and transfer home options with intensive care at home. This is your brother's life. Don't let the ICU make irreversible decisions on your behalf. I have worked in critical care nursing for 25 years in 3 different countries, where I worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years in intensive care. And I've been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care since 2013 here at intensivecarehotline.com. And I can very, very, very confidently say that we have saved many lives with our consulting and advocacy because of our insights, and you can verify that on our testimonial section at intensivecarehotline.com, and you can verify it on our intensivecarehotline.com podcast section, where we have done client interviews. And because our advice is absolutely life-changing, right? The biggest challenge for families in intensive care is simply that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights, and they don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. And that's why we help you to improve your life instantly, making sure you make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment always. And that's why you can join a growing number of members and clients that we have helped over the years, saving their loved ones' lives. And that's why I do one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Zoom, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I talk to you and your families directly. I handhold you through this once-in-a-lifetime situation that you simply cannot afford to get wrong. And when I talk to families directly, I also talk to doctors and nurses directly, asking all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams. We also do medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. We also do medical record reviews after intensive care. So if in case you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. We also have a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care, and you can become a member if you go to intensivecarehotline.com, if you click on the membership link, or if you go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have exclusive access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos that I've personally written and recorded. And all of that will help you to improve your life instantly, make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment always. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, share the video with your friends and families, and comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have from this video. I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on a show, and you will get notification from the YouTube live if you are a subscriber to my to my YouTube channel, or if you are a subscriber to my intensivecarehotline.com email newsletter at intensivecarehotline.com. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrik Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.